DAW Talk. This is DAW Talk. Yes, welcome to DAW Talk. This is DAW Talk. This is DAW Talk with X.E.L. Yo, welcome back to DAW Talk. I'm your host, X.E.L. Today, what I want to do is actually talk about the 12.3 update that's actually going to be coming out for Ableton. It's still in beta mode, so you can't just go out and get it. But if you are a part of the Ableton family, you have 12, you can actually get the beta from the website and actually download it and check it out and see what they're actually doing. But it's still in beta mode, so there'll still be some glitches and things like that if you go and decide to do the beta for it. All right, so I'm just gonna watch this video. This is by Will. I'm just gonna go over his video. He went through a couple of things that they added inside of Ableton 12.3. So let's check it out.
Now let's talk about the big one, stem separation. We're all excited about this because it's really separating itself from other DAWs. We can split tracks into vocals, bass, drums, and a whole bunch of other categories as well. It runs locally, creates a group set of stems with your effects copied over, and the source clip is muted automatically.
All right, so they actually have a stem separation to a new audio track. I think that's pretty cool. It is something that people have been waiting for Ableton for a minute now, and it seems cool that they actually have it on there. Let's see how it actually sounds though.
Automatically. So let's separate these stems. So we're going to select that at the bottom there, and we have an option to choose which stems we want to separate. I'm going to separate all, and it's pretty quick and pretty reliable too. You say what you feel and I feel what you say. Even the vocals I pitched down sound pretty good. You say what you feel and I feel what you say. The chops are there. This drum kit has a shaker, which I was worried about. I think bass is where it struggles most. See, it feels a little bit more like a cello, but everything else sounds pretty good. We could clean this up a little bit by adding an EQ8, maybe rolling off some of the lows, and maybe just boosting a little bit of the highs as well. I'm pretty impressed. It's not flawless on every source, but for remixing, mashups, or just idea sketching, I think this is a huge win. The second big one is the Splice integration. Splice is now built right into Live's browser.
All right, so they're doing the Splice in here as well. That's very, very interesting. I see DAWs are really trying to incorporate, well, Splice is really trying to incorporate themselves inside of DAWs, make it easier for people to make stuff. I think that's pretty interesting.
You can log in with a free or paid account, browse your library, preview in sync with your project, and drag samples straight into your set. So you can find Splice down here. This is the screen that we're met with. I've already logged in, so we're going to get started. We'll dive straight into the library of instruments, maybe go for breaks. Let's say I want to use that. Let's drag that straight in. And immediately it's downloaded, and don't forget it's synced to my tempo too. Let's find some kind of melodic loop as well. So I don't have to click download, I just drag it straight into the project and immediately it's there. The best bit, you can highlight a clip with your project, hit search with sound, and Splice suggests samples that match your groove. Initially I was fighting this, thinking, are we not going to be creative anymore? But I guess nobody's forcing us to do this. It just unlocks maybe some notes a little bit quicker. This is a track that I've been desperately trying to finish amongst my live streams and really just need a second instrument for the latter half of the song. So let's see what it thinks of this section.
I think that's cool. You can like kind of grab the section and put it into the whole Splice search for sounds thing. I think that's very, very dope.
What sample it might pair with things. So select clips, click or drag them here to find samples that fit. So I've selected a whole region. It's going to process that, read the key and the BPM, and try to find things that might fit. Wonderful.
This is like the output one that they have out there that kind of find samples for you as well. So everybody's just kind of using these samples that they have inside their libraries to kind of add things to tracks. And I think that's really cool, interesting. We'll see how far it goes, in the future.
It's got my reference at the top. And then here are 50 results that it's found. I'm thinking it needs a higher range sound, but let's see what it comes up with. Oh, straight off the rip, like quite a high trebly sound. That's definitely something I could chop up. So if I took out the melodies and the vocals, I could definitely use this. I'd like to link point number 1 and point number 2.
But how do you actually, do you just drag it into, or is there a way to like to just hit a button and it'll actually add a new track, or you have to like make a new track inside Ableton? And that's one of the things that may limit some people. So if you don't have like the full version of Ableton, like the whole, like the top notch one, you may be limited on tracks. So that could be something that may hinder you with this 12.3.
Together, because if you've ever used Splice, every now and then you'll come across a sample that just doesn't have the separate parts, even when searching the whole pack, even for one shots. So, you know, if I just wanted the vocal from this sample, utilize that stem separation.
Yep, stem separator, yeah.
Next up is one I'm truly excited about. It's the auto pan to tremolo effect. Auto pan has leveled up. It's got 2 dedicated modes, one for stereo panning and one for tremolo. There's now real-time visual feedback, longer LFO cycles, attack time for smooth modulation, and new creative options like harmonic mode and vintage mode.
Once again, sound creation, Ableton is champ.
Again, at number 5 for those perfectionists or sound engineers, device A/B comparison. This is a workflow gem. You can now store 2 different states of any device and flip between them instantly with the P key. Perfect for testing sound device variations without duplicating devices. You can even copy settings over from A to B when you just want to tweak 1 or 2 things. If I'm unsure which one works better, I can undo and then go back and forth with the P key. Do I like this better or this guy here? Make my decisions that way. Another workflow update at number 6, group bouncing and paste bounced audio. You can now bounce a group in place or to a new track, complete with effects.
This was one of those things, like I said in the last Ableton video, that I didn't know Ableton didn't do that. Like you couldn't bounce it to like one track kind of thing. Interesting, but I'm glad they actually have added it on there.
And sense. It works both in arrangement view and session view. And if that wasn't enough, there's a new command, paste bounced audio too. So an example of that, you can see that I've recorded some MIDI in via our HC Expressive Chords Extendo over at the Patreon. I could highlight this, Command J to consolidate it, Command C to copy it, and then on a new audio track, I could just right click and paste bounced audio. Straight away, you can see that MIDI that I've recorded as audio. We're nearing the end, and at number 7, we've got arrangement mixer improvements. The arrangement view mixer.
I didn't know that you couldn't do that in Ableton. I didn't know you can like change like the mixer settings or the way it looks. That's pretty cool. I'm glad you can actually add it in the other screen now, where before you can only do it if you did like the tab to go over to the other mixing screen. It's better that you actually have it able to come in here as well.
Is way more compact now. You can shrink it down dramatically with pan knobs and activators compressing neatly as the view gets smaller. For laptop users, this is a massive space saver because it was rather overwhelming before. Finally, at number 8, it's kind of a subtle one. I'm not seeing it being talked about all that much, but Expressive Chords has got a big update as well. Now with Learn Mode integration, you can now tweak the currently loaded chord set without needing to import a new one in kind of 3 ways. So if we come into Learn Mode, we can see that we can play our different chords. Let's say we want to copy this note here to this note here. All we need to do is select our note, hit this button, and then hit the next place that we want to paste it, hit this button one more time. Maybe we want to transpose this next chord so that we're a 5th up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is super helpful. And finally, we can learn as well. So if we hit learn and then roll a chord on our MIDI device, and then hit learn one more time, it will actually place that chord that we've just played on that pad. So here was our first chord, but here's that new chord that we just played. Completely out of key, but learn.
All right. So as you saw, they have a lot of things they've added inside of Ableton 12.3. I think a lot of these DAWs are actually starting to understand that, hey, we need to kind of get these features in there. There's some that are still slacking behind. Excuse me. But, you know, everybody has their own pace that they're actually going at right now. And I think Ableton was a little bit behind. Now they're actually starting to catch up to everybody else, like the studio ones. And Bitwig was actually doing some really good things. But this 12.3 update may be pushing them ahead of Bitwig a little bit because they're giving you a lot more options. So, I mean, it just kind of matters where you want to go with your production in your DAW. Are you a person that does sound design? Are you not a person that does sound design, using more, you know, templates kind of thing? So it just kind of matters where you want to go with your DAW. And right now, I think Ableton 12.3 is doing actually a pretty good job. And I'm not really Ableton fan like that. But the fact that you can do stem separation now is good. And it actually does sound pretty clean. Of course, they're kings of, you know, the modulation and stuff like that. It's weird that they didn't give you an option to modulate the A-B comparison. That would be cool if they did actually do that. A-B comparison is also inside of the new Cakewalk sonar, if you guys are interested in that. I think the A-B comparison is something that should have been there a while ago. It's kind of like I thought they already had it. It's one of those kind of things for me. But then knowing that it didn't have it is like, oh, okay, I didn't know it didn't have it. But yeah. That's actually always a good thing to actually have that as well. The Splice integration is always a plus if you're a person that actually uses Splice. I'm not a Splice user. I just don't use it. Hasn't been something that I've been interested in actually doing. But I know many people that actually do have Splice accounts and use Splice all the time. It's actually good to have, you know, if you're going down that route. But the mixer actually being a little bit small, you can kind of change the levels and stuff of the mixer. I thought that was pretty cool as well. But yeah, I think Ableton 12.3 should be pretty dope once it actually launches. But right now, these are, like I said, these are all in beta. So if you actually do have Ableton 12, you can get the beta version, try it out, see what you think about it. But it's not out. It's not released yet. So we'll see what happens when it actually comes out and what other updates they'll actually do to Ableton. Let me know below in the comment section what was your favorite feature in this. And yeah, this once again has been DAW Talk, and it's your boy X.E.L.O. Until next time, people. Peace.
AutoRewind.